السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. I'd like to shed some light on what happened last night in New Jersey, and this actually big disaster that the Prophet ﷺ, he mentioned. He said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, إن الله لا يقبض العلم انتزاعا ينتزعه من صدور العلماء ولكن يقبض العلم بقبض العلماء. Allah doesn't take out the knowledge from the chests of scholars. That's not how knowledge goes away. He said, however, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes out the knowledge from earth by causing the scholars to die. And the scholars and those who memorize Quran and the Huffaz and the reciters. Last day, subhanallah, big reciter, a big sheikh, and mashallah, he dedicated all of his life to learn Quran and to teach Quran and mashallah and to learn the deen of Allah Azza wa Jal. He was a big da'iyah, he was giving lectures and mashallah. And this a sheikh, he was subhanallah in New Jersey. Just long story, he stayed the whole month of Ramadan here in many different masajid, and then eventually he went to Masjid Tawheed in New Jersey and he stayed there after the Eid. And subhanallah, he is 38 years old, not even 98, not even 93, right? 39, sorry. He's 38 years old, man. 38 years old, right? And he was in a good condition. He was healthy. He had no problem. He stayed the whole day yesterday. After he prayed Fajr, he gave Khatira after Fajr at the masjid, and then he stayed from Fajr till Dhuhr time with one of his brothers over there, one of the brother at the masjid, right? Another imam. They stayed like subhanallah talking about the Quran and some beautiful talks and subhanallah until Dhuhr. And then after Dhuhr, he said, they said to him, go up and just take rest, right? And he went up another room in the masjid for those guests. So he went up and he took rest. He was supposed to come down by the Asr time, right? Asr time, he didn't show up. So they said maybe he's just sleeping, right? He's sleeping, and so they didn't care, So Maghrib time, he didn't come. So they went up. Imagine that, right? And they went there. Asr time, they knocked the door, and when he didn't respond, right, they left him. They said maybe he's sleeping. But Maghrib time, they went inside the room, and they found him in his bed, dead. And this, subhanallah, this sheikh, a few days ago, he was in Ramadan, April 12th. April 12th corresponded which day of Ramadan? Almost before the Eid, right? Huh? Right? Ramadan, almost 20 or something like that. He actually got the news from Egypt, his family is in Egypt, got the news that Allah has given him a newborn baby. He didn't see him. So he's here, and he was planning to travel to see him. So April 12th, he got this good news that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given him another baby. SubhanAllah. He gave him this name, Sufyan. He gave the baby the name, a boy, Sufyan. SubhanAllah. SubhanAllah. And he was so happy that said Ramadan is a blessed month for me, especially because Allah has given me this boy, right? SubhanAllah. And he's 38 years old. And he had no problem, had no issue. My dear brothers and sisters, had no issue, had no problem. He was energetic. He was very full of, mashallah, energy, and he was full. He was a youthful person. Subhanallah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has decreed for him to die in his bed. No accident, no problem, no issue at all. Subhanallah. It's a big disaster. Nobody expected that. Right? Yeah? Yeah, he actually he's a blind. He was not born blind, but he actually became blind after a few years, I think, and he lost his vision, his eyesight, and subhanallah, he was so patient, man. But he was seeing by his heart, right? He was seeing by his heart. The real blind, the one who doesn't, subhanallah, care about. He was crying, and subhanallah, the few hours before his death, he was talking to this friend, his brother. He narrated everything. He asked him. He said, "Subhanallah." He was talking about the Quran and about the verse of Allah Azza wa Jalla in the Quran, that when a person attains the age of 40s, right, he has now to wake up now, right, and to ask and to thank Allah Azza wa Jalla, right, and to ask Allah Azza wa Jalla to give him a good ending, right. حتى إذا بلغ أشده وبلغ 40 سنة قال ربي أوزعني أن أشكر نعمتك التي أنعمت علي وعلى والدي وأن أعمل صالحا ترضاه وأصلح لي في ذريتي إني تبت إليك وإني من المسلمين. He said, subhanallah, he got affected by this verse. He said, now by Hijri calendar he is 40 years, by Hijri calendar, but by the Gregorian calendar he's not yet 40 years, right? So but he actually counted by Hijri. He said, now I'm 40 years, right? So subhanallah, this is a few hours before he died. Subhanallah, just it's a big sign that this dunya can go anywhere, any time, you don't know actually where will you die, when will you die. You don't know anything about, just subhanallah. And the death doesn't need any reason for us to die. No reason for us to die. And when death comes, it will come definitely. Every soul will taste death. Every soul will taste death, right? Subhanallah. And wallah, it's a big lesson for all of us. It's a big, subhanallah, it's a big sign. This guy, he prayed, mashallah, he ended his day by praying Fajr at the masjid. Imagine that. Subhanallah, we ask Allah Azza wa Jal to make him from those who will be given the glad tidings by the angels of Allah Azza wa Jal. And whoever prayed Fajr at the masjid with Jama'ah, what's going to happen to him? He's under what? Under the protection of Allah Azza wa Jal. Man salla al-Fajr fa fi dhimmatillah. Under Allah's protection, and he prayed Fajr, and he gave Khatira after Fajr, and he stayed, and he, mashallah, prayed Duha, and all of these things he did, and he prayed Dhuhr. He prayed Dhuhr at the masjid, and he went to take rest only just a few hours before Asr, and he died. Subhanallah, he couldn't make it for Asr and Maghrib, and he died, and this is his day, man. This is his day, because he lived his life attached to the masjid of Allah, to the Quran, and subhanallah, give him this good ending. But it's also another lesson for us. Don't just wait until you achieve anything. Look, this guy, he didn't even see his son. He didn't meet him. He had a hope to go and visit his family after Eid and just to enjoy there. None of these things happened. None of his plans happened. Subhanallah, death comes to destroy the pleasures. Hadim al-ladhat. That what he said, as-salam. He described this as the destroyer of all of the pleasures. He said, mention the death frequently. Mention the death frequently, because it actually destroys all of the pleasures. Where are we? Where are we actually? We need just to, subhanAllah, think about the day that we are going to depart from this dunya. Wallah al-azim. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive him. He's subhanAllah, I don't know when will they actually bury him. I think maybe tomorrow. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala elevate his status. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give his family a great patience. May Allah give his family great patience. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he has another, subhanAllah, son. His name is Salman. He was over the phone, subhanAllah, he was calling his dad after his dad died over the phone. He said, my dad, my dad, my dad. After he knew that his dad, khalas, passed away. And he kept on calling him. And he calling out, oh my dad, oh my dad. Subhanallah. Of course, no response. No response. And most likely he's going to be buried here in America. So we never know when will we die and how, and we have to actually think about it. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant all of us the best ending. May Allah make the last day of our life the best day ever. May Allah make us from those who are steadfast, those who pray Fajr every day at the masjid in Jama'ah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make this brother in Jannah. May Allah give him Jannah. May Allah make his grave a piece of Jannah. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make him see his seat in Jannah, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive our sins.